What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Charles Bradley. Yes, indeed. How about that? Charles Bradley making his debut on the channel. Okay, this comes as a request from Nuno Neves. Or Neves. Actually, it's like it might be Neves. Nuno Neves. Yes, we're going to go with that. So Nuno wanted to see me react to this song performed by Charles Bradley. Now, this is actually a cover of the Black Sabbath song, Changes. Now, full disclosure. Have I heard the song before? Yes and no. I have heard the Black Sabbath version of Changes. Absolutely. I love that song. In my opinion, one of the best Black Sabbath songs ever written. I know it's simple. It's literally piano and Ozzy. I know it is. I know it's that simple, but like I've always said, simple can be effective when it's done properly. This song was absolutely done properly in its original form. I love this song. So I am very familiar with the song. However, and this is why it's going to be a reaction, I've never even heard of Charles Bradley, let alone heard Charles Bradley do his version of Black Sabbath's Changes. So that's why this is going to be a reaction. It's not for the song. I'm not going to be grading the song at all. I will be grading his performance of the song, his interpretation of the song, his execution of the song. Yes, I'm going to be grading that, but I'm not going to be grading the song itself. So please keep that in mind. This was posted by Toronto Star, and the video has 12.9 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Charles Bradley performs soulful cover of Black Sabbath's Changes. All right, a soulful cover. We'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Am I right? The last tune you're going to do for us is Changes,
Yes.
which is a tune by Black Sabbath. You don't strike me as the average Black Sabbath fan. How did this tune cross your path?
Mr. Tommy Burnett asked me to do this song. Never heard of the guy, but the lyrics was so powerful. And that was going through the crisis. My mom was very ill, and I was watching her suffer, and this hurted me to my heart. And I didn't want to do the song, but the first verses was very hard for me to learn because I didn't want to accept it. But when I saw my mom, when she took her last breath, the second verse just came so natural. I didn't have to rehearse it. I didn't have to think about it. I look at it when she said her last goodbye to me. And boy, even today when I sing that song, I get truly emotional in that.
Well, it's a beautiful version, man. They're gonna. I think they'll all agree with me once they hear it.
I love it. He's like, you don't strike me as a typical Black Sabbath fan. And then the camera pans to him, and I'm like, oh, really? We're going to go there? That's great. Okay. Look, anybody can be a fan of anyone or anything. I've had a lot of friends in my lifetime of, who are of color, either whether it be, African American, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be, who even when I was younger, even in like 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, they loved heavy metal. They loved metal music. They loved rock music. And I've never looked at it as a color thing. I never have. I just look at it as they have good taste in music, So I just had to laugh. That was funny to me. You don't strike me as the typical Black Sabbath fan. It's so funny to me. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's get into this.
Even today when I sing that song, I get truly emotional in that.
Well, it's a beautiful version, man. They're gonna. I think they'll all agree with me once they hear it.
Ooh, I like that.
I feel unhappy. I feel so sad. I have lost the best friend that I ever had. She was my woman. I love her so. But it's too late now. I let her go. Listen now. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Oh, it hurts so bad in my life. It's gonna be a change in my life.
I love the liberties he's taking with the vocal placement. He's not doing it exactly like Ozzy did. He's going up a beat. He's waiting an extra beat to come into the second phrase. That is fantastic. Wow. It's such a small little change. It's a small little variance. And it makes a big difference. It really does. I also love the fact that they're not doing this on piano. This guy's doing a great job on the guitar. Again, taking a couple liberties, not letting it flow like the piano did, taking more of a straight ahead feel on it. On top of the beat too with his strums. Really nice. I am digging this interpretation. I am absolutely digging this interpretation. Let's keep going here. Nice.
We shed the years, we shed each day, in love together, we found a way, but soon the world had its evil ways. My heart was crying, love went astray. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Oh, it hurts so bad in my life. It's gotta be a change in my life. Somebody gotta help me. And this is
Man, I'm digging this. Good Lord, I'm digging this. I don't know if I would go as far as to say I like this better than the original. There are things about it I do like more than the original. For starters, doing it on the guitar this way, instead of piano, I don't know. I mean, part of me does. Part of me likes it better than the original, but part of me prefers the piano. I think I don't know. Maybe it's because the piano had better use of dynamics. I don't know. There are certain things about this I like better than the original. And the thing is, it all comes down to feel. It's nothing that anybody's doing right. It's not anything that anybody's doing wrong. It's not anything that anybody's doing better. It all comes down to feel. I love how he's starting in on that second phrase each time a beat sooner than was done in the original. I love that. It stretches it. I think it's because he's ending in the right place. Like he's just vocally he's starting like a beat early every time on that second line. But he ends in the proper spot, like on the usual spot. So he's stretching out the phrase a little bit. I love that. I love that interpretation. I think I actually do like that better than the original. I think I do. I don't know. There's give and take. Whenever you're doing a cover, there's always going to be give and take. But I'm loving his interpretation of this song. I'm absolutely digging it. Let's keep going here.
It's the part that hurts me the deepest. It took so long to realize I can still hear her last goodbye. And now all my days have turned to tears. Wish I could go back and change these years. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Lord, it hurts so bad in my life. It's gotta be a change in my life. Somebody gotta help me.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh, man. Charles Bradley, please give him as much thank you applause as you possibly can. Charles, that was fantastic. That's
Yeah,
Ben
well.
on guitar back there. You never have too many Bens in the room. Thank you guys for coming out. But
Thank you.
once again, man, thanks.
you,
I really
brother.
appreciate it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, indeed. There's not a lot to talk about. There's not a ton. The song pretty much spoke for itself. There's a couple things to talk about. It's going to be a short review, I promise. Well, there you go, folks. That was Charles Bradley with his rendition of the Black Sabbath tune, Changes. This was a request from Nuno Neves. All right. Before I give my score, I would just like to reiterate and remind everybody I am not taking the song itself into account in my score. I'm already familiar with the song. I've heard it hundreds of times. So I'm not grading the score. I'm not basing my score on the song in any way, shape, or form. I am only basing my score on the interpretation, the performance, the creativity of his interpretation, and of the execution of this song. That's all. Okay, so just please keep that in mind. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, oh boy, I'm going to give that an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel great with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
You talk about being creative. You talk about thinking outside the box. You talk about putting your own spin and your own creative vision on a well-known classic tune from the hard rock era that led eventually to heavy metal. Boy, did he ever. I never in a million years would have ever even thought about taking that song and turning it into a soul version. Never in a million years would I have ever thought to do that. Just the interpretation alone, the imagination, the creativity to do that, that's amazing. But then on top of it, he executed it exactly the way that he saw it should be done. And that is amazing in itself. When I saw it was going to be a soulful version, he started playing, I thought to myself, okay, this works. This can work. This can absolutely work. I just never would have thought of it in a million years. And then he pulled it off. And he pulled it off in such a way that still, there were things he was doing. For starters, using guitar instead of piano. What a great idea. Great idea. And the guitar playing, the style of the guitar playing, not just strumming. He did strum chords, don't get me wrong. He would start the phrase, but then he would rely mostly on picking individual notes, lines, riffs, and then strum again. Really nice. Very nicely done. Great touch on that guitar. The vocals on this, man alive. The phrasing. I love on the second phrase how he would enter a beat sooner than was on the original recording to give it that little extra length. That was nice. The resolutions, the fills that he had with his vocals, keeping to that soul style of music. Absolutely. No, this was great. This was absolutely great. I am so glad. You know, it's times like this when I'm really glad I'm doing this channel. I really am, because I never in a million years would have ever found this. Never in a million years. I would never have even bothered to go looking, because I didn't think this would ever exist. And I am so grateful that I have great viewers like you guys who are exposing me to new things, new bands, new experiences. Some good, some bad, some great, some horrible, but new experiences nonetheless. And it's forcing me to open my eyes a bit and see there's all this different stuff out there. And this is a perfect example. I would never have found this on my own. Never. Not in a million years would I've ever found this on my own. And I am so glad, Nuno, thank you so much for requesting this. I got exposed to this, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was a great job. He stayed true. He stayed true to the song. He put his own spin on it, took it in a whole nother feel, took it on a really big ride, but never lost track of the original song. It stayed true to itself while putting its own spin on it and its own feel on it. And that is not an easy tightrope to walk. He walked it fantastically. So that is why I'm giving it the 8.8. So 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base to become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous. And support each other. Later. Peace.